Sons of Anarchy.
Hi, this is Kim Coates. You listen to the Skeleton Crew. And keep listening, or else.
Oh my god, it must be November. Here it is, everybody. It's the Skeleton Crew. We're back. It's November. God, I'm so pissed off. Like Dan said about a couple shows ago, he said, isn't November 1st like the most depressing day of the year? You know, man, because Halloween to me, or Halloween to me, isn't just October 30th, or what is it, 31st?
31st. Every year.
It's not the 30th to anybody.
Maybe to you.
To me, it's October 30th, Halloween, and no, but it's not just that day; it's the whole month. That day is sometimes the least of Halloween to me.
I agree.
You know, yeah, like all month, man. It was so great doing the classic horror movies. It was so great. I watched so many Halloween movies. I know you guys did. We watched Treehouse of Horrors. It's just so amazing, and when it all wraps up at the end, it's so depressing. How do you guys cope with the November blues?
Honestly, this year, it was kind of... I was able to breathe. October for the last couple of years has been super busy, and I was worn out by the time this was over. But that's because mainly... Yeah. At the end of this month, I was busting ass to get Lycan It out on Halloween, the Halloween special, which I'm.
Oh.
So I was exhausted, but so it didn't really hit me right away that Halloween is over. And then
now, Jamie, now tell everybody where they can find that episode, because it is up, right?
It is up, and you can find it at horrorphilia.com under Lycan It. And if you didn't catch the first episode, you can catch that one too. And the third one's going to be coming out soon, so get ready, bitches.
We got 2, baby! We got 2!
Next full moon. And by the way, everybody, I did the intro music.
And Alex, you did, and yes. It is amazing. I want to tell you that I listened to the show.
You just clap for yourself.
Yeah.
I listened to the show like 3 times, but the last 2 times was just so I could hear the intro. Because, yeah, I fucking love it. I mean,
maybe we should play for everybody.
You know what? Do it, because you kicked ass on it, and I am proud of it, and I'm proud of you. So
you got it?
Yeah, I got it. Well, I'll just open it the old-fashioned way on Horrorphilia.
Do you believe in werewolves?
Song was my choice, though.
Even a man who is pure in heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms and the autumn moon is bright.
Whoever is bitten by a werewolf and lives becomes a werewolf himself.
It's not as good as when I did it. I just had chills. Wow. When I'll tell you this. Whenever I hear that intro, I feel the same way I feel when I hear Soothsayer at the end of Skeleton Crew.
Oh,
and
yeah, right.
You know how important that is to me, like what that means to me. And so, hearing something you did so well for the beginning of my show, it just touches me every time, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I love you so much.
Where'd that music come from?
Thanks, you too.
Did you?
And then I feel like the show has to live up to that amazing intro, and I don't know.
Right?
I don't know if it does, but there's so much pressure because it's so good.
Well, in all fairness, I can't take all the credit. Of course, Jamie picked the song, and all I did was throw those clips of the Wolfman over it, but. And also the wolves.
That was all you, That was all you, and that was Like, I just gave you the song choice and said you do whatever, and you did that, and it's amazing. You knew exactly what I wanted without even having to ask.
Yeah, I didn't even know you liked the Wolfman that much.
See? So, yeah. So anyway, this it finally hit me this weekend when I was sitting around and I was like, shit, I don't have anything to do. I don't have any shows to do. So what I did was I celebrated by watching Crystal Lake Memories all day long on Saturday. And then I felt better. So that's what got me through the November blues.
Crystal Lake, that's good though, because Dan, wouldn't you say that Friday 13th movies, I think they can hang in the summer and in November for some reason.
I don't care when they hang around, to be honest with you, in my life, because they come and go. I think, I don't know, man. I just feel like there's a lot more horror other than Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah, no, honestly,
I love them so much, but I'm so fucking sick of hearing about it. Like, give me a new movie, and that's when I'll talk about it. But do you remember when Tina? No, I don't. I don't even remember a lot of those fucking characters' names, dude. Because, like, I'll be honest with you, when you reach a certain point where it's so much overload, dude, I think my brain just starts backfiring, dude.
And you start lashing out, right?
Yeah, it's just like, I don't want to watch it anymore. I've seen them all so many fucking times, dude.
You know what's wild is after watching 7 hours of 7+ hour, however the fuck long it is, of Crystal Lake Memories. Well, because what I did was after they did the part 5 segment, then I had to go back and listen to when you guys did the Locatel interview for the Ethel character, and that was such a good interview. And people,
Alex, how great was that?
Boneheads out there who have not heard that interview, please go listen to it because it's funny as shit. And Alex and Dan are on like crazy. It is so good. I mean, you guys killed it. The only thing about it that I regret is that I wasn't here then, and I didn't get to join you. But whatever, I still love listening to it. So I took a brief pause to listen to that, and then I went back into Crystal Lake Memories. And after that was over, I was like, I want to fucking watch them all right now. Like I almost did. I almost watched every single one right then, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to be doing that anyway in December because we have another Friday the 13th coming up in December, and I'll be watching them all for that. So I decided to wait because it's only like 6 weeks. So
I can't do that. I don't know how you guys. Am I crazy? You know how I do the Halloween thing in October and stuff. I feel like that's once a year, and it is all of October, and I get to pick and choose throughout October, and I don't even watch them in order at all. I don't care. That doesn't mean anything anymore.
I did that this year, and that's the first time I've ever watched all of the Halloweens in one weekend. And that was just for the hell of it. That's just because I wanted to. It was great up until
you get to
until I get to like part 4, and then I don't care. But
3 movies was great.
4 is okay, and I've even decided that there are parts of 5 that I like okay. After that, it is complete and utterly pointless, and I don't even need to ever do that again. But it was fun. It was fun to watch them all in order and kind of put that in perspective just for myself.
Yeah.
So I probably won't do that again, but it was fun.
Burnt out, dude, on him. I don't know. It seems like that's what everybody talks about is fucking Jason and fucking Michael Myers. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, I don't know. Would you shut the fuck up?
Will you shut the fuck up? You know, Dan, I'm so glad you say that. Now you understand the spirit in which, like, the vision of our Are You Smarter Than a Horror podcaster. Did anyone notice that there was not a single question about Jason or Michael Myers? Like, I literally wanted it that way, dude. I can't say sick of them or I'm tired of them or anything.
No.
I am, but not in the way where it's like I'm done with it. It's just like, I need something. I need variety, bro. Like,
exactly, dude. Exactly.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah.
My life partner, he's
He's trying to change out a switch. It's a pretty simple thing, but we can't get the power to shut off, and he...
Shut the goddamn phone! I know what I'm doing!
Ma'am...
Get off the phone!
Is there a way to turn the power off?
To go to the main, where the main panel is?
Yeah, we got the fuse panel?
Yeah. Okay. Just undo all the fuses.
Well,
you should have a main one up there.
Hold on here! I got the red wire!
No, get the fuse!
The red wire and the black wire!
The fuse!
Hey, go get that fella out of your house right now.
Excuse me?
Go get that fella out of your house right now.
He's my life partner. He lives here.
I know, call somebody quick this thing before we get hurt.
Excuse me?
Call someone before somebody gets hurt.
Well, he doesn't think he needs that. He's one of those tough guys.
Well, he ain't too damn tough. He's hollering.
I'm okay! Hold on! I got...
Go pull the down until that guy get off before he gets hurt. He gonna get hurt and then he gonna sue you. Listen, I ain't got time for all this pile of crap. Just hang up the damn phone, call the ambulance, and get him some help. He needs some help both ways.
Okay, guys, we're back. It's the Skeleton Crew. We have a very special guest on the line. He's not in the dungeon because he just lives too far away, but here he is, Jerry Vitetta. Jerry, what's up, brother?
Not so much, guys. Just got in from work and decided to spend my evening with the crew.
Nice.
Well, thanks, brah. Hey, man, it's about time you got on this fucking show, dude. You've been listening for a minute, too, cuz. Like, I remember you were one of the first ones in the group, and we're always talking back and forth with you. And the thing I like about you, too, man, is Jerry don't fucking back down to nobody. Like, he likes what he likes. He doesn't like what he don't like.
I don't like that, though. I like when people back down to me, though.
When they just fucking, oh, I love your show, and I will suck your dick, and agree. Psycho 3 is the best.
Exactly. That's what I like from people. But
Psycho 3 is my favorite, actually.
Yes! Yeah, there you go, Steve. That's what I'm saying. Don't that mean a lot more because you actually mean it? Exactly. Jerry's a real motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on, bro.
No problem. I actually listened to, that was a few months back, every single show you guys did in about 2 days.
Yeah, you're the one who did that. I remember that.
Yeah, I don't know what that says about me, but...
Thanks.
Where were we at that point when you did that?
I believe it was a little after the Friday the 13th retrospects.
Oh, okay, it wasn't too hard then.
No. The actually my favorite absolute show was the Michael J.
Curse of Michael J.
Everybody loves that. God.
I just re-listened to it last week twice. The first one was Michael Myers.
What, dude? That's
crazy. Because I just have... Is that legit? Like, that wasn't bullshit? Like,
no, it was legit, man.
As far as interviewing him, you mean?
Yeah, he didn't know. I knew he was a psycho. I knew... I knew he did that with that movie. I didn't know that whole backstory of how he harassed the video store and then never actually bought it from them and things like that, or
that was fantastic.
Yeah, or how he slept with the tape, or how he
oh my God, dude.
like all those types of things. I figured he jerked off to the girl naked on the bed. I didn't have much more than what I was asking. A lot of it was really just wondering, and the only thing I knew was that he did that 3-month thing, and everybody really likes that because, and I kind of figured that they would because it's like really exploring the mind of a psychopath, and I thought that would be really interesting if the guy was willing to just talk about it as if it was no big deal, and I think it came off good.
I'm sorry.
It was great. I mean, it just like with any movie. I mean, I have my favorite movie and everything, but I couldn't sit there every single day and watch it like back to back. I mean, I've seen Halloween in my lifetime probably 50, 60 times.
Me too, yeah.
Not...
Jamie, what was Mike's number at the end of the 3 months?
Jesus, it was like 164 or something
140,
like that?
144, right?
144, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like,
wow.
I think one of the things I said, Dan, have you ever felt this way about any movie? And it's like, even our favorite movies, like, absolutely not. I would hate them at that point.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I can't really say shit after what I did with Lord of the Rings. So
what'd you do with that?
Well, when the second one came out on DVD, I got the first one and the second one, and I didn't have cable at the time, which in Athens means you didn't have TV because you could not get antenna reception.
Really?
So,
not in Greece, you can't. No.
So so anyway, I watched Fellowship and Two Towers every single night and I would not both of them. I would watch Fellowship one night and then Two Towers the next night. And then when the extended editions came out, I would watch half of Fellowship one night, half of Fellowship the next night, half of Two Towers the next night, half of Two Towers the next night.
Jamie's the preciouses.
I did it for like 7 months.
What?
I'm not lying. It got to the point, and I wasn't the only one. My roommate was right there with me, and it got to the point where we could play Lord of the Rings Trivial Pursuit, and whoever started the game won the game because we never missed a question.
Are you
ever.
serious?
I am, and so that's why I don't really speak up a lot when they're. I mean, I make fun of him for that. At least my movies were good. You know?
Yeah, right? It ain't no Halloween 6. Jerry, have you ever come close to something like this? I guess is that what you're saying? Halloween is about the closest you came?
Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw, the sequels. I mean, I started watching when I was like 3-4 years old.
Jesus.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
That's why, Alex, you said you didn't get into horror into like the 2000s, I believe.
Yeah, the newer type stuff. All the classic was 14 years old and on. But like I said, I've seen them. Like I know I've seen. I only owned Friday Part 2 in my house all my life from age 10 to when I moved till 20, I guess. And that's the only one I watched. I watched it once in a while. I didn't make it my life the way I made it my life at 20. And even the classic stuff, I had so many interests from 14 to 20 that those classic movies, they were cool for when I watched them in a good little row for a month or whatever, and then I just did other things, So, horror never became a major part of my life until I was 20, and even now I still do other things, but I understand, I feel weird when people say they went to the theater to watch Part 3 of, Dave Zandanos could say he did that for Part 4, Jamie did it for Part 3, I did it for Part 8.
Yeah, that I did it, for my, I think Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. I saw that the other day, dude. Oh,
which was horrible.
So bad.
Going through the mom and pop video stores and renting, going by the covers and renting.
Yeah, man.
What was cool. Me and my brother used to, on the weekends, rent like 4 or 5 movies. And
dude.
Smoke a bunch of pot and watch,
Daddy, can I have a buddy burger?
No, honey, you've had too many already.
Then I hate you, and I'm running away forever.
Bonnie did run away into the path of a speeding truck. The moral is, have us scrape one off the grill so you don't have to scrape one off the street.
Buddy, buddy, buddy burgers made with love.
And lard.
Well, now here's the thing. I don't want to rip you or anything because you're a guest on the show. I'm gonna be a nice guy. So, but I do want to get in. I do want to get into real. Even though we're done with Halloween, you have posted stuff about this, so I would like to just get into it a little bit.
Oh shit!
You really like Halloween 5, and you really do not like H2O, is it?
H2O and Resurrection.
Okay, so how is it that you can't forgive what goes on in H2O, but Halloween 5 gets a pass like that? I'm just not understanding that. Could you?
Good question.
Halloween 5, like I said, I've watched these movies since I was a kid. So Halloween 5 came out in '89.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. I've watched it countless times. I kind of grew up with it, like ingrained in my childhood, and I love Dr. Loomis. Donald Pleasance was fantastic, and I give credit to him. If it wasn't for him, I think that franchise would have, really would have been in bad shape. I don't think Halloween 5 is a great movie by any stretch. I just like the continuation from part 4 into part 5. I like if you in the beginning when he's stalking Rachel in the house.
Horrible.
Well, see, what I like is the point of view shots of Michael.
Yeah.
I don't exactly like what's going on, but I like, when they show him looking out at the house and, and Loomis, I mean, he's over the top, but,
Now, what about Jamie not breathing and that Zimu house and the terrible, your rage! Go home, Michael! It won't stop the rage if you kill it!
That's what I love about it, though.
Is 5 the one where he's got the Cocoa Puff on his face that keeps moving around?
That's 4, Jamie.
Is it 4? Okay, I don't know.
I'm sure it's still there in
Cocoa
5.
Puff.
But in 4, it has its own life of its own on his face. But
Jerry, I'm glad you said that though, because 5 to me, that's all it is a continuation from 4, and I really do enjoy 4. But 5, that's what drags me into that movie, and then I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Dude, Halloween 4 and 5 reminds me of the movie Twins. Like, one's like a stellar great thing, and one's the piece of shit. Halloween 5 is Danny DeVito, dude.
Oh no! Wow.
Like I said, it's not a great, it's not even a good movie, but for me, I guess.
Okay, well then, I get it then.
Nostalgia.
Exactly, and again, it has Myers, it has Jamie, it has Loomis.
I'm not in that movie. You're silly.
Jamie's not.
And what I like about it also, which you don't get to see too often, is people. I don't know if you guys ever had this thought, but it plays up, I guess, the fact how vicious Michael could be, because he in that scene he's trying to run down basically 2 handicapped children.
Too bad he wasn't trying to run down Eric Morse.
Ghouls
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm running around campus and I roll off the hood of a car. You fucking idiot! Shut up.
Got this burger that I'm gonna review. They made me pay for it, but oh well, ghouls and scares.
Too bad the tire didn't go over his head. Yeah, I guess that's true, dude. There's probably like 5 scenes I wouldn't mind watching every October, but I'm good after that. So now, what now? See, that's fine. Nostalgia is we could chalk it up to that. Now let's get into what's wrong. What is so bad about H2O?
Boring.
Yeah, it really is boring. I watched it last week. I found myself looking at my phone and going on the internet.
It's true.
They say it's a callback to part 1, but it takes place in a fucking school. Like,
in California, no less. I mean, and
Exactly.
nothing about it feels Halloween-y. There are no...
What?
Nothing about it feels like Halloween. Come on. There's no Halloween.
The leaves blowing around, the kids banging against the window in the costumes. You got the pumpkins everywhere, the party they had in the basement.
Oh, yeah, because nothing says Halloween like a basement party.
Hey, that's how we used to party back in
It's
school.
just...
Jamie, they ignored Turkey Tuesday, Meatloaf Monday. You got to give them credit.
It was in fucking California. It doesn't even get cold in California, or at least there. I mean, it was.
Get out of here.
You can't have Halloween. It doesn't feel like Halloween when there are fucking palm trees.
It would have been.
Oh, like Halloween 1?
Listen, it would have been California anyways.
At least they
guys.
shipped in leaves for that one.
Yeah, but at least they had to rake them all up. Yeah, but at least they it made sense to
Had
the
a
story.
leaf wrangler.
I wrangle leaves for a living.
Hey, actually, everybody in the cast did that.
At least, though, it made sense to the story. Like, yeah, well, what story they stuck to, or what certain aspects that they chose to carry over into H2O. Now, was that part of your problem at all, Jerry, with the continuity, or like, are you one of those people that are butthurt about that, or is it just, the boring and aspect of it, or?
Well, yeah, both. I mean,
Yeah.
I could live without them mentioning Thorn. You know.
Yeah, thank you.
That speaks for itself. But I don't like the fact that they ignored the events of 3 movies in the franchise. They ignored Jamie's existence. I mean, for good, bad, whoever likes it, who doesn't like it, you know, those 3 movies are a big chunk of that franchise.
Yeah, but is it really a part of Laurie's life? It just doesn't make any sense. Loomis is dead, dude. So there's no real reason to, like, get into any of that. He's dead. There's nothing you could do about it. He did his thing. He's done. Jamie Lloyd, like, that shit became so muddled, and, like, Michael having sex with her and giving birth to the kid, and then he has to go after the kid in part 6. Like, that shit became so muddled down, dude. It's just, like, it's better off left alone. Like, I think they made the perfect choice, and this was great. And it's funny you guys say this is boring, because I was at a Halloween party, and we played this movie on the TV with no sound because we had all the Halloween sounds or whatever, and people talking and stuff.
Yeah.
So
What are some Halloween sounds, Alex?
like they play those CDs, whatever.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Haunted House CD.
Yeah.
And they also had, like, the Pandora had a Halloween station or something, so they played that. So I sat there, and I was into it, just looking at it, and then Halloween night came, and I watched it for real after watching part 1. I watched that one immediately after. And I was totally zoned in and never looked at my phone or did anything for a second. I think it's perfect. I think it totally gripped me in, and I just don't understand. And I don't know. I think it was a great, great ending.
Hey, I appreciate what they did as far as going back to the original story and completely wiping out the Thorn crap and getting rid of the Jamie Lloyd character, which I never cared for. You know that.
Yeah, because of the actress.
I appreciate that. I just feel like it was boring. I really do. Like, I didn't think there was anything very exciting to me about it. It was just another late 90s, popular kid horror movie. Yeah. It was really shiny and everyone was pretty, and then there was that.
The pretty people.
it felt too clean.
Yeah, but Freddy vs. Jason has the same goddamn thing to it, and nobody has a problem with that. Everybody in that movie's a model.
Problem with that. Lots of people have a problem with that.
I never heard that from anybody.
I mean,
but guys,
also, like, you talk about following the storyline from part 1, and Halloween and Halloween 2 technically, like, took place in the same night, so that's one, like, whole story.
Right.
And H2O, and at the end of Halloween 2, Michael was burnt to a fucking crisp. His eyes and his hands, everything.
I know what you're going to say.
He's perfectly fine. He got shot in his eyes, but yet you could see his eyes. There's not one burn mark on him.
his hands or nothing, yeah.
Nothing. I mean, the mask, you guys went over that.
Well, maybe it was the paramedic the whole time then.
And bullshit, he found her anyway in fucking California. He drove all the way to California. Did he have GPS? I don't think so. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, he had a gasoline card, in all fairness.
Yeah, he's gonna walk in and buy gas.
Yeah, like...
I mean, I get that he stole. I mean, before some smartass says something out there, because I know they will. I know.
Hey, give me 20 on 2.
I know he stole the car from, like...
The nurse.
Well, yeah. He stole that car, and then, like, there was a woman and her kid, and he switched out cars and drove... Yeah, I get that. But
what the hell was she driving, by the way?
I'm not... That was crazy. I'm not getting I'm not buying that he just drove all the way out there and then just happened to find her. I mean, is he like researching on the internet? How does he know this shit?
Well, my guess to that is he broke into Dr. Loomis's house.
Yes, but
so
that didn't
I'm
give
guessing
him
Loomis
directions.
was so obsessed with the whole thing that maybe he knew where Lori was.
He did.
Right.
That part is true. But
Of course, that was Loomis's orgy room. He jerked off to Michael in there.
It still didn't give
I shot him 6 times. Ugh.
He shot his load 6 times reading all those things. That's what Matt talks about in the fucking Banana Laser. Loomis is obsessed with Michael in a weird way, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like the fact that you could see his eyes in the mask.
Yeah, that was stupid.
But can I say something though, Jerry, real quick?
Sure.
This is a problem though.
Probably not.
When it you bite your tongue,
You
Jenkins.
should have said real quick.
I know, right? Yeah, but check it out. When it comes to and this is where it gets convoluted though with fucking renaming and is this a reboot or technically it's just a sequel or whatever, but it was a sequel / reboot / kinda whatever because of what they choose to ignore, what they choose to keep and shit like that. So you have to kind of go with it, dude. Not saying that you have to, but at the same time, for him to show up like that, dude, I mean, listen, it doesn't matter at that point. You have all the essential elements, and yes, it was technically a sequel, but hey, they chose to fucking let go of certain sequels. Now, and they should know, too, by doing such a thing, that's a conscious decision, and Halloween, it has such a following, and people pick up on that shit. Dude, the Weinsteins and everybody knew all of that shit, but you gotta take certain liberties when you're rebooting something and when you're bringing it back to life and shit like that, because well, first of all, they can, and second of all, I just don't feel like some shit like that affects the overall story. Because don't get me wrong, like Halloween H2O was one of my favorite Halloween films, and it's one of my favorite fucking horror movies. I love the shit out of this movie, but that's just me personally, and I know all the shit that you guys are saying. Touche, because I feel you on them. They're all true, For me, though, it's not enough to make me fucking dislike it even a little bit.
Just like that red blanket in Jaws, there's not enough reason not to like that.
That's it, right? Exactly, dude. Exactly, bro. But I just mean, yeah.
Goddamn red blanket bullshit.
I think you take certain liberties, dude, and I guess the question at the end of the day is are those liberties, do they compromise it or whatever?
There have been so many occasions. Dave and Matt are the perfect example of they're the perfect couple. They actually are. It's a match made in heaven. They basically ripped Halloween 1 and 2 for most of the part because they understand the fun aspect of just mentioning funny things. And at the end of the each one of the retrospective reviews, they praise the shit. So it's not a brand new thought to realize that something you love is pretty dumb and has a lot of flaws and shit like that, and still say I don't give a shit. I think it's great.
Hi, this is Carol Locatell from Friday the 13th, Part 5. You big dildo, are you done? Would you shut the fuck up and listen to the Skeleton Crew? It's radio at its finest.
Howdy, folks. Like blood, violence, freaks and
You come to the right place. My name is Gary, and I'm your guide to the Son of Beef podcast. Every episode, we not only deliver film reviews, we also dismantle some of your favorite and most hated films. Sometimes for the better, and sometimes for the worse.
Hey, you shut your face! If we want to hear you talk, I will shove my arm up your ass and work your mouth like a puppet.
Alright, calm down. Every show I hope to have a new co-host, podcasters and listeners alike. That's right, I'm talking to you people. I take all comers.
You're sluts.
That's not very nice. The only rules, well, let's ask the best cooler in the business.
All you have to do is follow 3 simple rules. 1, never underestimate your opponent. Expect the unexpected. 2, take it outside. Never start anything inside the bar unless it's absolutely necessary. And 3, be nice.
So join the insanity and please vent your frustrations. I'm available on TalkShoe, iTunes, and Stitcher Smart Radio. And remember, here at the Son of Beef Podcast, If you got beef, I've got the grinder.
Jerry, have you seen the new Carrie movie?
No, I haven't. I seen the trailer, and to me,
You saw the movie then?
That was the movie, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that was.
What'd you think?
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
What'd you think of the movie, Jerry? Do you like it?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was okay. For the 3 minutes was alright.
Way to give every plot point.
Jamie, did you see Carrie, the remake?
Yeah, I saw it opening night.
Break it down, sister.
I have a poster. Ooh.
Oh, wait. I love it when they do that, though.
Yeah, me
give
too.
Shit.
I think it's good, but I really felt like all of the performances seemed to me to be holding back a little bit. I didn't think there was enough emotion involved. Like, say something even when they went to I don't give a shit about spoiling this because it's the same movie, and we all know how it ends up. But when they go to the pig farm to get the pig's blood, it felt very toned down to me. Like it was just sort of like the volume was turned down a little bit. I want a little bit more oomph. And I felt like the De Palma film gave us that in their performances. This one, all of the ancillary characters just sort of blended together. They were just, they could have been anybody. I didn't like the Chris Hargensen character at all. I will say I loved the prom scene. I think that they really blew their wad doing that scene. And
oh my God, that was amazing.
I love it. But then I felt like the end just sort of fizzled. It just rant.
Right.
And it was kind of boring at the very, very end. So overall, it was good. I don't have anything super negative to say, but
Was it more of a direct, shot for shot remake?
Oh my goodness! I was quoting along with it, and I'd never seen it before.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the lines were just dead on, and
they're all gonna laugh at you.
Did they say that?
Yeah, they said that. They said the
they're all gonna laugh at you.
They're looking at your dirty pillows, Jamie.
That's why I didn't want to see it, because I don't like shot fish.
Yeah, but dude,
you don't like Psycho 98?
I don't like. I swear to God, nobody's looking through a peephole jerking off in this one either. But no, dude, check this out, because I saw it, man. And Carrie, me and Alex talked about this too, but it's just nothing special. Like, Alex, you haven't seen the original, have you?
Dude, this is probably the only movie I could say this about. I have not seen the original or the remake, and I feel like I've seen it for some reason.
Yeah, but okay, not only that though. Do you have any desire to see it because of that?
I feel like I already saw it. I don't know.
Right, exactly. You don't, right.
Yeah, I don't think I have to watch it. No, and I saw it.
Okay, so I would choose this version over the other one. Now, granted, but see, it's like
out of your mind.
Yeah, but I know I am, Jamie. We've already talked about this in show fucking 56.
Actually, it was 49 when you had that laughing sound in your head for a year.
Oh, dude, that was so sketchy, bro. Oh, I swear to God. I think it was probably, I don't know what was going on with that. It was a whisper and a scream at the same time, dude. It was so sketchy.
The whisper to a scream?
Whisper to a scream. Like that reference, Jamie. One of the first CDs I ever bought.
That's
one of
how
the first fucking CDs I ever bought. Scream soundtrack. Anyways, if I were to pick, dude, I'd pick this one. Now, granted,
he likes Chloe Moretz.
Chloe Moretz. Can you believe even Rob G fucking put up with my shit when I was like Chloe Moretz or Moretz? Yeah, whatever.
No, wait, you called her Moretz. Wait, what is her name?
Her name is Moretz.
Okay, so you called her Moretz.
Moretz. Yeah, something. But anyways, I liked it, dude. It was really fun. And granted, I went into it thinking I'm probably not going to like this. Like you said, it's going to be a shot for shot. I did think Julianne Moore, like Jamie said, she held back. Were you specifically talking about her too? She held back, dude. She could have been.
Include her in that. I expected and I wanted her to push her limits because I know she can do it. She's an amazing actress.
Oh, God.
I just don't feel like she brought everything she had. I don't feel like anyone did. Chloe probably did the best out of all of them. But even then, I was just like, wow. You know, I mean, and they did some cool things, like with the updating, like where Chris, when, like during the whole tampon thing, she shot video of her with her phone and then uploaded it to YouTube, which I think is a very cool way to update it, because that is exactly something that some mean girl would do today.
What, with the pig's blood, they updated that, or no? Something else?
No,
the part in the beginning where she first gets her period and they start pelting her with tampons. Well, she took a video of that and then showed it on YouTube. That is totally
Alex.
Totally,
that's cool. That's a nice little.
That is nice.
Update.
That's a nice way to update it, because it's totally believable, because that's something that some little bitch would do today. I mean, I totally get that. I believe it. But at the same time, you know the part when they're going to try on tuxedos and they have the little dancey, like, TV fun thing going on where the guys are, like, talking and they're playing the music and they're trying on tuxedos. They did that, only it wasn't as... It didn't even seem to... I mean, in the first film, I don't necessarily think it makes sense, the way they do the whole sped-up thing and all that. But in this one, it still didn't make any sense, but the song was even boring. I just don't feel like there was anything exciting about it, you know?
But that was good though, Jamie. But here's the thing though, the type of movie that it was, it all felt cohesive. Now, whether you like it or not, like, yeah, but I think tonally it was good because, all right, for me, I don't necessarily.
Well, it was good. I mean, I can't say it wasn't good because it was good.
No, I'm just talking general.
Wow, you guys are fighting really bad on this show. I don't know if. Yeah, people think that we're friends off.
Go to your room!
Jamie, shut the fuck up!
See, I'm gonna get beat so hard after this. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like a martyr's beat down.
I'm just really uncomfortable right now. Can you guys go back to some, like, levity?
No.
Okay.
Couple things I didn't like. So they overplayed the whole, and Jamie, we talked about this, how there were characters where, because you know how at the end, sorry, spoiler, Alex, but at the end, dude, everybody gets it. Even the teacher that was fucking nice to her, it didn't matter. She wasn't fucking exempt from being fucking, you know, dragged around or hit with a fire hose.
No prisoners.
Yeah. So she got everybody. Well, in this version, they play it up so much that this girl really is trying to be nice to her, and this teacher really did have her back. So then when they do die, it's supposedly to make it more effective or whatever, but they just overdid it in this movie. And, you know, it is what it is, but I just found that to be, you know, that was a little too much. So that,
I do like the fact that Tommy, at his death, in the first Carrie, when Sissy Spacek is standing there doing her wide-eyed, you know, glancing around thing, you know, and the Greatest American Hero gets
Greatest American Hero's in it, Alex.
The Great American Hero. What, Budweiser?
What? In this version, she goes to him when he gets hit. He's clearly dead. She goes to him, and she is remorseful about the fact that he's dead. I like that. I like the fact that they brought a little bit more emotion into it so that she was aware of what was going on. In the Sissy Spacek version, she didn't seem to be aware of anything except her eyes were just like, rah! She's like looking everywhere, you know.
At that point.
Yeah. In this one, there was a little bit more emotion involved. I did like that. There were things about it I liked. And I think
her
it was good.
telekinesis was all throughout this, though.
And they did do that. But I guess what disappointed me the most is I had hoped, and what we'd been told from the very beginning was that the reason that they were doing this remake was because they wanted to make it closer to the book, because there are so many things that are in the book that did not the Brian De Palma film, and that's what I wanted. I wanted more of that. We got a couple of things. They did rain stones, but it was at the end of the movie. I mean, what I wanted was something more akin to like the newspaper articles that they had in the book. I wanted maybe a little bit more of the miraculous stuff, but we didn't really get that. What we got really was just another version of the same movie that I feel Brian De Palma did much better.
And dude, how about, let's just put it this way too. All right, Jerry, you remember the last scene of Carrie? It's iconic. They did it in okay. So they that is an effective scene. That scared me as a kid. I love that scene in the movie. This version is such an atrocity, dude. It's sickening. Jamie, would you agree? Like, they totally fuck it up, dude. Oh, it's disgusting.
No,
I'm
glad I didn't waste money to go see
at the end of
There you go.
and this is coming off of me having a really high from the prom scene, which I absolutely loved.
Yeah.
I loved the prom scene. I fucking loved it. And then after that, we get to this point where, and when it ended, like when we get to that part and it completely ends and the credits start rolling, my response was, huh. Like, you know, and I'm like, God damn it. 10 minutes ago, I was loving this, you know, and now you just left me with a fizzle. And so I was unhappy about that because I think that they purposefully did that. They didn't want to recreate the exact same thing because everyone knew that was coming. You know, everyone was waiting for that moment. So they're like, aha, but we're not going to do it. But then what they ended up doing was nothing. And
Exactly.
then I'm like, then why did you take us here? Why did you bring us to the cemetery if you're going to do nothing? Because it's pointless.
It was very pointless, absolutely. But that's the thing, like, besides that scene and a couple other scenes too that I didn't 100% care for, it was a solid flick and I had a great time and I'll probably watch this again. To me, it felt very fresh and vibrant, but not in a teeny bopper way, if that makes any sense. Like, it was just a solid flick. And I was Judy Greer, is that her name too? Who plays the werewolf in Cursed?
Yeah.
Which is probably
also Jawbreaker is probably one of my favorite performances of hers.
Oh my God, that's right. She's the fucking
Violet.
Oh my God, you're right. Wow. Yeah, it's great. But anyways,
yeah, she did well.
She did a great job. Yeah.
I had something to say. I forgot what it was. Did you say it was? Oh, I did say after it was over, I said that on subsequent viewings, I will probably appreciate it more. And I do feel that way. I do feel that when I watch it again, I'll probably like it better because now I know that the things I'm looking for aren't there, and I know that everything I've seen before is there, and I know how it's presented, so I'll be able to look at it differently. And so I fully expect when I watch it again that I'll like it more than I did on my initial viewing, you know. So, there's that.
So that's a little Carrie review, you know? I don't know.
Carrie review for the show.
Yeah, how do you, Jamie, 1 out of 5, what do you rate that?
I'd give it a 3. Maybe 3.5.
You too, Dan?
But see,
3.
wait, is that like, are we doing Netflix? Like, is it just love it? You know, okay, then I would definitely say 3.5. Whereas
I would definitely say hated it. No, I give it 2 steps in a circle.
Time away from you now seems so strange. I'm awake, and my dreams wake with me every day. There was a time when this fool knew what he was here for, and I wouldn't mind if you knew that I care more. I know what this life is for, when this is not my life anymore.
Halloween 2 TV cut commentary. Thank you,
guys. That was fucking so much fun, dude.
I'm so glad that everyone enjoyed watching it with us because I had such a fabulous time doing that. And it's the kind of thing when you're doing it, you're having a good time, but then it's like if you stop and think about it, it's like, does anybody really care? You know, or is anyone going to be caring about what I have to say while I'm watching this movie? But people seem to enjoy it, so I really appreciate the fact that they not only took the time to watch it with us, but that they actually enjoyed it and let us know about it. That is incredible.
Yeah, and they really, really said nice things, and thanks, guys. I mean, I'm glad you liked it, and, you know, we talked about doing more, and here's the thing, like, just tying back into the Friday talk, people, we asked on our Facebook, it's facebook.com/The Skeleton Crew Show. Go there, join it. We're at 1,573 likes. That's the one. I looked at the responses, and some people say, like, Friday the 13th, part this, part that. And I'm like, dude, the last thing I ever want to watch is a Friday the 13th movie right now, man. And
it really is, dude. It's like last on our list, bro.
yeah, last. And somebody, I made a joke like that. I said, I think I'm done with Friday the 13th. And somebody wrote to me, they're like, dude, you better be playing about that. And I'm like, nah, not really.
They were shook to the core.
See, man, and I am so excited about the Friday the 13th that's coming up because I get to watch them all again. And
good for you, dude.
But see, I think the difference is, I hate to throw this out there because I don't think it is everything, but awesome. I do think that a part of it is that I was there, and watching them like in the theater, and it was a big deal for me. And I still remember the day. Okay, for instance, when I went to see Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D, I remember that before we went to, as a family, to see that movie, it was an afternoon show. My brother was being obnoxious. My stepbrother was being obnoxious, and my mom slapped him across the face in the middle of the theater. I remember that, and then I remember that after that movie, I went home, and I was sitting on my swing. I was like 8 years old, and I was comparing the kills between Part 1 and Part 3, because there are a lot of similarities between Part 1 and Part 3. I remember when I went to see Part 5 at the drive-in with my mom, and why I love that movie so much, and Ethel's character, because she's so crazy off the wall, that after that movie, for years, my mom called me fuckwad.
What? How come she didn't call you a dildo?
No, she didn't. But it was lovingly, and it was because we shared that movie together. So, I mean, like, they all have these sentimental things for me. So it's not just like I'm watching them just to be watching them. Every time I watch them, I relive all of those things. So that's why I guess for me, at least, it means
much more.
Much more.
I love the series. I'm just done with it at this point in the game, especially when all right, so check this out. It's reflected in all aspects of media as well. Halloween comes up, and somebody mentioned this on the Facebook too. But fucking Halloween's coming around, dude. What does AMC decide to play? Friday the 13th, dude. Come on, where unoriginality matters. AMC.
Yeah, so stupid. Luckily, on Halloween Day, they did blast through all the Halloweens. I think they didn't get past 6. I think was as far as they went. Then they started off with 1 again.
They also did a Child's Play day they played a bunch of child plays. So they did a lot of different groups. However, I've recently watched all of those too because I was watching them along with the podcast. So it's just like So I had just recently watched all the Halloweens, and I'm never far from Friday the 13th, and I had watched all the Child's Plays, and I'm like every time there were AMC was doing something, I'm like, oh man, I just watched that. Give me something else, So I mean, I get that. Like, you want something else. I totally get that.
I think we're just trying to move on, and plus me and Dan have, there's a lot of things I haven't seen that I should, and we're gonna get into them later on in the show, like Carrie. I haven't seen either one of those movies, and I haven't seen the original Maniac. I haven't seen the original. I really, there's like a list of things that we really should be watching besides that over and over. There's just no point. But let's get into some of the choices that people did for the commentary. So I'll just run through them all, and you guys can give a quick hey, nay. Okay, ready? Maximum Overdrive.
I think Maximum Overdrive could be really fun because that's a movie that whenever I watch it, I make fun of it anyway. So I think that would be a fun thing to do a commentary for. I mean, you've got trucks running down people. You got this great scene where there's a soda machine that's spitting out cans, attacking kids, which is hilarious.
Right, what are you doing, a commentary or something?
Yeah.
All right, that was a hey or nay. I'm just kidding.
Okay, then hey.
I'm kidding. Hey.
Hey.
That was from Melissa. Danny says Psycho 3. Yeah. But here's the thing about that.
Oh.
We just did a retrospective on it.
Same thing.
And I feel like we already did that.
Well, because when we do retrospectives too, like we turn them inside out,
right?
You know, and so I can see maybe wanting to do that one down the road if you want, because I know, how much you like it.
Yeah, maybe like in a year, like that. Oh, actually, that's Denny, not Danny. I'm stupid.
Well, but you're right though, Alex. I mean, if you want to do that, yes, absolutely. But, dude, I mean, for commentaries, it's the same shit. Like, I know, with the Halloween 2, we didn't have that much information. You were spitting information left and right, Alex. I was just basically watching the flick, but there's that balance. Now, there's that balance, though. Well, because, dude, we've seen it a bunch of times, dude, so we know our shit. So
well, you never saw that one, though.
I hadn't, but it's pretty much the same thing except for the fucking, different scenes, obviously. But how much fun was that, though? Because I got to see it for the first time with you guys, and that's what I mean. It's the commentaries are more about just watching the flick and enjoying it and shit like that, and you pepper in all the stuff that we throw in the retro. But the retros fucking stretch it to the extreme. So with Psycho 3, with something like that, we've pretty much been to the mountaintop and back already. So, I mean, yeah, like you said, one day, yes, but now, no, it's just not on deck.
And here's another interesting one. Liz McFadden says Black Christmas original or remake would definitely be entertaining. And the funny thing about that is we did a Black Christmas versus Black Christmas show.
Remember that?
It's weird that people don't seem to care that they were already reviewed on any level. I guess because they feel it's a completely different animal to do that. So
well, it kind of is. It kind of is. I mean, you on one end you get how we feel about it and what we think about it, but then I mean it is totally different when you actually watch it along with us and we're throwing out comments as they happen.
Popcorn.
And so I mean I get that, and I know that Jason threw that out too, or suggested maybe something like that for the Christmas season.
Right, that's cool for Christmas. Maybe it would be. Oh, no, he said Silent Night, Deadly Night, which we also did that, but that was that one show where me and Dan were, we had, guns pointed at each other the whole episode.
I'm gonna kill you!
Come here, say it again. What, you didn't like that joke? Fuck you. Jerry Vitetta said Halloween Resurrection. Not for a year. I wouldn't even bother watching that again, actually. You saw me destroy that I don't have it. I destroyed it.
I'm Halloweened out. That goes
the same thing, yeah.
Someone threw out Amityville 2.
Yeah, that would be good.
I would love to do a commentary on that one because there's so many just ridiculous things that go on, and I just happened to watch that movie completely unrelated. I didn't before they even mentioned it on the Facebook page earlier this week. I watched it just because it had been DVR'd because it came on around Halloween, and so I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll watch that again. I love the first 3 Amityvilles, and I honestly would love for us to do an Amityville retrospective.
Well, just those 3 though, right?
Well, I mean, I would go all the way through.
Oh, get out of here.
I mean, I know they're not that great.
Do a retrospective with just fucking certain movies. Yeah, that makes sense.
We're gonna ignore that those other ones exist.
Sleepaway Camp 1 through 3.
That was Alex Arnson who came up with Amityville 2. I would definitely do Amityville. See, I'm more interested in doing something we never did. That it piques my interest. And here's one movie I think would be perfect. This is from Jared. I don't know how to say his last name. Fair. What is it?
I don't know. I think it's Fair. I don't want to say it wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, let's not say it at all. Okay. So now he's really cool. He actually sent that. He wrote a movie, a little mini movie. He sent that to me. Really good stuff. Yeah, I read it. I think he posted it on our group page. I'm gonna look it up.
Check it out. He's a good guy. Cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. I like him.
He's all right.
He's okay. He's not that cool.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
Fuck him. He did one that I'm totally interested in, and it's on our dungeon wall. Just look behind you guys. What's that poster? It's been behind us the whole time.
Night of the Living Dead. Oh wait, Return of the Living.
I'd be down with that. I can watch that anytime.
Yeah, that to me is something that we should get drunk to.
Perfect example, dude.
Yeah, that is one. And also Dusty Lee came up with that one. I guess we can't go through all these because actually we got more responses than I was prepared to talk about.
Yeah, what else we got?
Okay, I'll just say them all and then we won't say nothing, all right?
Let's do the yay or nay.
Okay, Child's Play 1.
No.
Nay.
John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yay. I mean, hey.
Hey. Hey.
Trick or Treat. Maybe next October.
Yeah, no.
And I would definitely, that's the kind of movie, any holiday movies I wouldn't want to do outside of the holiday because it's just right to me.
Exactly. Yeah, well, no, that's a perfect thing to do, though, for next year as a commentary. Because I think the second one will probably be out by then, too.
Right, yeah.
Oh, snap, son.
Jonathan Orr says Scream 4 and Sleepaway Camp 3. I say Sleepaway Camp waits for the summertime. Definitely we could do it in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Down with that. I fucking hate Scream 4, so
okay.
If we do that one, you have to be ready to hear me bitch.
Ryan Murphy says the Scream or the Fog. Scream, that's obviously going to be in the retro, so we don't need to do that. Fog, I don't think I can sit through the Fog again.
No. What?
It's not a good movie.
That's a commentary, dude.
Did you say it's not a good movie?
It's really not. Like,
what are you talking about?
It was good the first time I watched it, but that was it.
Well,
you're talking about the original or the remake?
The original.
Oh. I don't get that.
I would love to do Return of the Living Dead because I told you, Alex, I watched that once, and because I know that's one of your jams, and I know you love that one too, Jamie. So I had to check that one out. That's perfect, and Scary Movie to me, that's perfect. So
yeah, Return of the Living Dead is my top 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Horror movies, I think.
But dude, but think about it. Think about how much fun that would be.
Yeah.
On top of informative, and that's why I mentioned Scream 3, because I love that series with all my heart, and Scream 3 just breaks my heart. So to really dive into that, I would love to do. But that's okay. We can put that one on the back burner because we're doing the retro anyways. But
well, the movie has to be this. It has to be good enough that we watched it enough and are very familiar, and we have lived it and we're intertwined in it. And at the same time, it has to have enough things to make fun of to keep it fun.
Right.
And like, if we could, like, for example, Halloween 2 was almost perfect.
That show, dude, went by so quick for me.
Yeah.
Like, remember how quick that shit was, dude? It felt like, wow, dude, that just fucking happened, and it was amazing.
Yeah, there's enough things that we made fun of, and there's enough things we admired that I think it was the perfect blend, and that's what a commentary has to be, unless it's about your own movie.
Right.
So, so there's some Phantasm, Jaws, Galaxy of Terror, things like that. But, we haven't decided. Definitely, if people really, really, really like this, then we could do this maybe, I don't know, once a month, once every 6 weeks. I don't know.
I'd love to do that, dude.
Yeah, so.
I'd be down. I would totally be down. As long as it's something fun, something that we can have a good time with. Like, what I think would be hilarious is fucking Hobgoblins. Like, that movie, if you've never seen
heard of it,
is retarded. And I first saw it on Mystery Science Theater. And so...
Okay, steal their stuff?
It was so bad. No, I wouldn't do that. I have my own shit. But it was so bad that after watching it, I went and bought a copy of the actual movie just so I could make fun of it at home. And so, I mean, stuff like that I think is hilarious. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of good choices.
Welcome to Marathon. May I help you?
Yes.
How may I help you?
You can start by wiping that fucking dumbass smile off your rosy fucking cheeks. Then you can give me a fucking automobile. A fucking Datsun, a fucking Toyota, a fucking Mustang, a fucking Buick. 4 fucking wheels and a seat.
I really don't care for the way you're speaking to me.
And I really don't care for the way your company left me in the middle of fucking nowhere with fucking keys to a fucking car that isn't fucking there. And I really didn't care to fucking walk down a fucking highway and across a fucking runway to get back here to have you smile at my fucking face. I want a fucking car right fucking now.
May I see your rental agreement?
I threw it away.
Boy,
Oh boy, what?
you're fucked.
All right, well, Jerry, you're into a whole other aspect of horror that we, I guess, have never touched on this show ever. Now, what kind of movies are you into that are like, I guess you consider like underground, real hardcore gore, whatever? Like, what are you into?
Yeah, there's this company they're called Tote Pictures. They have a trilogy called August Underground. And what they are basically is fake snuff movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Familiar.
The premise of the movie is 2 or 3, they're serial killers. They have a handheld recorder, and they record their killings. And they record everything, the killings, their daily life, conflict between each other. But, it was at a time, I found at a time when, like I said, I've been watching horror for so long, and I was just looking for something different.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I'm sure I tried the Ghost of Michael Myers.
I've seen that. Very good. Better than
Actually, I've seen that a couple of times, actually.
Actually, I actually did too, actually.
I made the 9/16s.
9/16? Oh, you don't want to know why. Okay, we'll be right back. All right, sorry, Jerry. We're saying their stupid thing.
Right. And, so I came across these movies, and they try to make it as realistic as possible, as if you're watching realistic events. There is a story behind it. A lot of people are down on these movies because, it's just gore for gore, and but you're watching through the eyes of a serial killer, kind of like Maniac or Henry, but it's more realistic, like
right.
And they show they no holds barred, women, children, babies.
What?
Yeah.
And you watch this?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just kidding, dude.
Children get killed.
How do they kill the baby though? Like it's crying in the crib and they just walk up to it?
Yeah, they there's one scene where they kill the parents in front of the baby, and then they go up to the baby's crib and like smash his brains in.
Yes.
Jesus Christ!
And,
I don't get it though. Like what? I don't understand. See, this is what, I don't know. This is where total taste differences come into play. But to me, that's not entertaining. For me, when I show people shit like that at work, it's more funny. Like I made a bunch of the dudes watch Bud Dwyer's education, his execution when he shot himself in the fucking through the mouth.
Yeah.
That's brutal as fuck too, but like I just for a movie and shit like that, I can't sit through shit like that. Like even like something like Faces of Death,
Yeah.
Like shit like that.
I mean,
Is that like what do you get out of it though? Like because I know you're not a sick fuck, Jerry. At least I hope not. But like here's the thing though. This is why I'm always curious about like shit like that and Serbian film and shit like that. I want to know like what the attraction is. Is it purely the shock value or what is it? Because I don't know.
Yeah, for me it was like I said, I love horror. I've been watching it all my life, but at the time, it was at a point. I mean, I enjoy what I watch, but I just wanted something to get a reaction out of me. Like, I've seen Cannibal Holocaust.
Something to make you feel uncomfortable, which is what I think horror, at the seat of horror, it's all about.
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
if you can make me cringe, then I think you've done a good job. I'm right there with you. I dig stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you can make me say, what the fuck am I watching, then, you did your job. And this movie, yeah, dude, there's a scene, one guy is raping a dead girl in the bathtub,
Oh, we've all been there.
Yeah, I mean,
Was that Tig or no? No. Never mind.
You know, and these movies, like I said, they're not for everyone. You know, you have to have a certain taste, I guess. You know, it's not that I enjoy seeing, you know, children, whatever. Getting
Yeah, like how often do you watch this though? Like, do you have marathons?
On a loop.
Yeah, do you watch this like Michael J. watched Halloween 6?
No. I watched it. I watched it once, and then the DVD I watched. There's 3 of them, and I watched them regular and then with commentary. You know.
Now here's when we killed this baby. We figured that a cantaloupe would be a good head. Like, so only 3 of these movies exist, you're saying?
Well, there's the August Underground trilogy. Then they did another one called Murder Collection, which is like, you know, kind of like Faces of Death in a way, like certain, again, handheld, like little short stories, kind of like they show like a grocery robbing and people getting, you know, killed. And
Right. Different.
Then they have another one out called Mask Head, when they, you know, they show, you know, a bunch of fucked up shit. The ending is a girl getting raped by Mask Head with a dildo wrapped in barbed wire.
Okay.
Whoa! Ow!
Hey, did you ever see I think it's 100 Tears. You ever see that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's kind of up that alley, right?
Yeah, kind of. And
do you like that or no?
Yeah, it's pretty good. You know, I again, it's not that I enjoy seeing these things. It's just a different subgenre in horror, I guess. And
what does your girlfriend think when she sees this?
Oh, she likes them. She likes them.
Yeah, you found someone who likes that? Like, it's weird because you ever like there's some kind of relation. Oh, like for example, like parents who both killed the baby for whatever reason in real life, and because they wouldn't stop crying, so they killed him, and then they threw him in a bucket of acid or something, and then you say to yourself, how did a guy find a girl who would actually go, like, you can't find anybody who would go along with this. You could ask a billion people and they'll like, get the fuck out of here. How do you find the same person that goes along with this? So in terms of entertainment, like, half the girls I date don't even want to watch, like, you know, like Lost Boys 2, and you got somebody.
Ew, Alex, Psycho 3, really? They made a 3rd one.
See, and that's what I don't understand. I don't understand all these guys who date these women who don't like horror. I don't get it. I would never be with someone if they didn't like horror. It's way too important to me. It's who I am. If someone says, now, see, but you can get good quality pussy in a horror fan. I'm sorry, that's not a good enough excuse.
They're not around me, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, I see the point Alex is making, that there's horror, you know, and then there's
the hardcore, yeah, really crazy horror.
Yeah, there's a line, I guess, that someone would say, you know, well, there's something wrong with this person.
No, not that, but
No, to me, it's never been about that. To me, I'm just curious as to, like, cause dude, here's the thing, like, Blair Witch scared the living fucking shit out of me, and that's not like a comfortable, oh, this is a cute little horror movie. Like, Scream to me was perfect, and it was fun. I had fun with that. Blair Witch was not fun by any means. It was really sketchy and scary. So would you kind of equate it to that, just being a little different, obviously, like, not the scary factor, but just kind of, wow, like the world is a sick place? Because for me, I live in a blissful ignorance type of thing where I know exactly how sick the world is, but I just choose to try and see as many fucking rainbows and sunshine as possible because, you know, that's just the way I choose to live my life, you know, to try and see the best in people when all I see is fucking hell and bullshit anyways. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you might as well, like, I like tricking myself into thinking the world's all fucking, you know, like I said, fucking roses, peaches, cream, boobies, but you know, it's just one of those things. But yeah, would you say it's something like that though? Kind of like, you know, instead of scary, it's something different as opposed to like, oh, hey, it's Jason and he cut his throat.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to see, you know, I've seen Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, Leatherface, etc., etc. I wanted, to kind of explore,
push the boundaries.
Exactly. What else is out there, and to see the most fucked up shit that.
And I appreciate a filmmaker who's willing to push the boundaries as well.
And, exactly. Yeah. And I became, good friends with the film. They're actually the sweetest people, that you wouldn't want to know.
Wow.
You wouldn't think, but they're awesome people.
See, do you also have a fascination with serial killers? I'm not being a smartass. That's a true question.
No,
I mean,
no. You're
I
right.
do.
I'm interested.
That's why I'm.
That's why she's on this show.
I am fascinated by serial killers, and I know way too much about serial killers, like way more than any normal person should. And people are like, "Huh, really? Like, why?" And it's like It's not like that I condone what they do, but I find the darkest parts of the human mind extraordinary, and I find it fascinating, and I want to delve into that. And so a filmmaker who is willing to take something from the darkest recesses of their mind and put it out there publicly for someone else to watch, I respect that shit. And it also makes me feel like I'm not quite as much of a twisted fuck.
You are.
Because in order for me to watch it, someone had to make it. I know I am, but in order for me to watch it, someone had to make it. So there's someone out there who's just a little bit sicker than me because they took the time to make it.
It's that safe feeling, though. It's that safe feeling because I've been through some shit in my life. I know a lot of people have, where the real fucking horror, dude, like I've seen it fucking, firsthand, to where I don't seek that anymore in movies. And let's face it, as much as a movie can try, you can't duplicate real life situations like that. Like, you can act, and unless you catch something on film, or something like that, but you can't duplicate it. So I find it that even as hard as you try, and I respect the shit out of it too. I'm with you guys totally, 100%. I respect that shit, but me personally, I choose to stay away from that because it reminds me of real life. And you know how some people are like, you want real horror? Watch the news. And I hate that saying, but dude, I swear though, I hate it so much, but how true is it? Like, when I watch the news, it's straight depressing. But
it is true, but I want something beyond that. If I'm watching horror, then I want something that I can't get on the news. Like and it's like when on Devour, when we were talking about the Nightmare remake, one of the things that David brought up was like, "Oh, I just don't like that angle because it happens too much in real life." Yeah, that's the point. That's what makes it horrible, is that it does happen in real life. And I don't. And if you're a filmmaker and you shy away from something just because that happens to real people, then I don't think that's a good reason. Because it's like we're okay with someone being beheaded and having their intestines ripped out, but you throw a rape in there and suddenly it's too real. Yeah, that's why it's horrible, is because it's real.
Oh my God, penetration.
And so I'm not saying every horror film has to be that way. I don't, I watch all kinds of horror films, but I do appreciate it when a filmmaker is like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to rape a baby. And,
Now you're going too far.
They're all high five.
No, I mean, I fucking love a Serbian film. I love that
Baby
movie.
Was damn good in that movie.
And that, to me, that infamous scene was the least shocking thing about it. Because everyone knew it was coming. Right. I mean, that's the thing you heard about.
No pun intended. Now, here's the thing.
I don't think he did come, though. I don't think he did.
Oh.
Unless you hit him in the right G-spot.
Oh.
Here's the thing. Now, I don't think Jerry is crazy. I don't think he's demented or anything like that, because here's the thing. I also appreciate that type of movie in a sense, because I can't say I'm not guilty of the same thing, because anybody who watches Faces of Death, you're looking for the same thing Jerry is really watching here. And the only difference is that the movies that Jerry watches admits that they're fake, and these other ones just make believe they're real. So I mean, there's some real footage in Faces of Death, but we all know that most of that stuff is faked. And it's quite clear when you watch it, even the first one, like when the guy fell off the roof and landed in the bushes or whatever. And died. The reactions of the people were just not real. And there's a lot of times when I said, "What is going on here?" until I heard that they're all fake. Most of them. But here's the thing. Here's the only difference. I at times would like to peek into that world and take a look and say, "Ugh, wow," and I just close. Yeah, and you close the curtain and you're done.
That's it.
Right. I would never buy these or watch them or feel like I'm going to marathon this stuff today or I'm going to show my friends or I'm going to do that's the only place where it's different for me. But I have absolutely understand watching it. I just can't imagine watching it as much as I've watched, Psycho 3 or whatever.
Oh no, definitely no. It's not something I sit down once a week and watch.
Exactly. So then that's perfectly understandable. Yeah.
Once in a while, and I respect. If you're gonna make a horror movie, I respect that this filmmaker that they went balls to the walls and show whatever.
Now, how real is it though? Like when they smash the baby's head, does it look like a doll or?
Yeah. The effects in the movie are top notch.
Yeah, but I don't understand. How does it look real? Because if they're walking around with just a handheld camera, how do they go from showing a real baby to showing a smashed fake baby's head without cutting or showing a different angle? I don't understand that.
Well, they show a lot of it, they have a woman in a chair that they're torturing, and they're just smearing shit on her and pissing on her, and they cut her nipple off.
Oh! Do they put them on pizza?
Nipple pizza.
I'm
sorry. For some reason, it just reminded me of pepperoni. Go ahead.
And they show, that's a good question. I really don't know, to be honest with you. I guess that's what makes it, so good is that, they're able to pull this stuff off.
So you couldn't tell that they switched the baby's head?
No. Mm-mm.
Now, what do you think of when you see the baby's head get smashed? Are you do you cheer the same way we cheer when, Jason punches the guy's head off or something?
No, it's completely different. My reaction was the first time I seen it was, I heard about these movies, so I knew that they were fake, but still watching them, and the events I'm seeing going on in the movies, it gave me a little bit of an uncomfortable feeling, and that's what I was looking for. Something.
Right.
That's it.
And if you don't if you didn't feel uncomfortable, that's when you should start to worry about yourself.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to get at, dude. It's a type of cathartic thing where the most normal people tend to gravitate towards this because it makes it perfectly clear. Wow, dude, if I'm not shocked by that, then I'm a sick fuck, and maybe I should schedule
exactly. That was my. I seek out still the most obscure slasher movies that I could find to try and
like Halloween 6.
Yeah.
If you want to feel uncomfortable, dude, you should just become an altar boy. Hang out in the rectory with a priest.
They always say the good dream of what the bad do. So
Have you guys ever seen
I got it.
certain movies like Last House on Dead End Street?
Mm-mm.
Wasn't that on Netflix recently? I feel like I...
No. That was something else.
He goes, no. Oh, that's the one with Jennifer Lawrence. Dude, that's a horrible movie.
Oh, that's something... Okay.
Sucks.
Yeah, it is bad, even though it has the dude from Bates Motel in it.
Yeah, it's bad. Oh, dude, Elizabeth Shue looking fine as hell in that movie. But yeah, that movie sucks.
You're the best, Daddy!
Around...
And nothing's ever gonna bring you down. Sorry, we just do that. So, well, that's cool, man. I
think he was trying to make a point.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we just talked over you.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, right. The house at the end of the street. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Last House on. I forgot the name of the damn movie now.
Last House on Dead End Street.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. or Nightmares in a Damaged Brain.
I've heard of
House on the Edge of the Park.
I heard of that
David Hess.
One of these movies, I believe I saw the beginning. Now, a girl is in a car, and the guy rapes her in the car, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I saw the beginning, and then I was like, I don't find this entertaining.
Yeah. You see, that's why a lot of these they're more on the realistic side.
Yeah.
Of
I guess I like escapism more than I like like fake reality. I don't know.
Well, to me, reality is fucking harsh. That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, the fucking real scary shit, the real horrific shit is what happened in Jersey, in the mall, or LAX the other day, where people just come in and fucking shoot people up, and, The Dark Knight, and fucking Columbine, and fucking Sandy Hook. That shit's fucking sketchy as all hell, dude. Like, that's the horrifying thing. When I watch Jason or fucking Freddy cut someone up, dude, to me, it's just like, yay! It's like cartoons. It's like watching Saturday morning cartoons, but we're adults, and there are no Saturday mornings anymore because we sleep in. But there are no Saturday mornings. It's Saturday night, whatever night, and it's just like a grown up version of escapism. That's what it is, Alex. Yeah. To me, yeah.
That's cool. So, yeah, that's cool, man. Well, if anybody wants to check those out, those are some titles, Tote Tag Pictures. That's what Jerry's into. If you're looking to feel a little uncomfortable, check those out.
Squirming your seat.
This is Mr. Skin from MrSkin.com with all the skinfo from the latest movies. Not nude in theaters, Natalie Portman co-stars in Thor: The Dark World. So to release your hammer's thunder to what Nat's got down under, pick up 2007's Hotel Chevalier, where we get a great nude look at her goddess-like gluteus. That'll put half a Viking hat in your pants.
This is the Mr. Skin Minute.
Nude on Blu-ray, Amanda Seyfried stars as legendary 70s porn star Linda Lovelace in the biopic Lovelace. True to naked form, Amanda appeals to reveal her sex-rated body parts 6 separate times, and all those raw tributes to Deep Throat will make your meat bloat. When it comes to nudity, Lovelace doesn't blow. Nude on Blu-ray, it's the complete series of Weeds with Mary Louise Parker as a sexy, pot-peddling MILF. The show is packed with smoking hot nude scenes, and Mary Louise's homegrown bush is sure to give you the munchies. Weeds will turn your joint into a fatty.
MrSkin.com. Fast forwarding to the good parts.
This is one of those good news, bad news scenario things. What do you want first?
Bad news.
The wine that Shane gave you the other night wasn't wine. It was blood.
This is just a suck monkey.
What he's trying to say is, we're vampires.
Ooh, scary.
No, but seriously. We're vampires.
You have to see the world the way we do. You'll never grow old. You'll never die. And you'll never know fear again.
I'm Edgar Frog, surfboard shaper and vampire hunter. Let's go kill some vampires.
Jerry, have you seen, the big talk of, horror, I guess, a month ago, was Curse of Chucky. It was the first movie to go straight to DVD or Blu-ray. So, what did you think of Curse of Chucky?
Wait, so Seed of Chucky was in theaters?
Yeah, dude, I saw it in theaters.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, you guys are all sick.
It was okay.
Okay,
like-
come on, that A. Martinez death was awesome.
It was okay.
It was not okay, that was awesome!
Are you serious?
I said it was awesome!
I like how they tied the whole series kind of together. That was kind of cool. Charles Lee Ray. Who plays him? I forgot now.
Oh, Dorf.
Yeah, exactly.
Brad
Yeah, I like the fact he was there. I thought he really did a good job in the Halloween and Rob Zombie's Halloween movies.
I think so too.
I liked him.
I think Brad Dourif does a good job in just about everything.
Yeah.
There's one movie that we reviewed on Devour that he was not good in, and I think that he just didn't want to be. But he is an amazing actor.
But for me it was better than. See, I kind of like Bride and Seed, but for different reasons. They were more, comical.
I thought Seed was alright. For what it was, I mean...
I like both of them.
I never been a huge Child's Play fan, really, so for me it was...
Dan hates Child. He thinks it's the dumbest idea ever.
Yeah, I mean, the doll comes up to your, ankle or knee or whatever.
Yeah, just kick it away.
Exactly. Just grab it, put it in the oven or something.
Exactly. It's so stupid.
Put it in the oven, dude. See, that to me, how come that...
We learned, from Trilogy of Terror, we learned that if you put it in the oven, then the spirit escapes and then you get possessed. That is not a good idea. Don't do that.
Oh, please.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen with Chucky. Chucky has to do it himself. So you...
I know. That was calling the business a joke.
Them's is jokes. They jokes.
Them's this joke. Just like what we talked about with, I forgot what, Frankenstein. Like when we said how he has to die by dissection, and I said, why don't we just stuff him full of dynamite and throw a match down his throat? Like, the same thing with Chucky. I mean... Let's do the same shit. Like, I don't understand what's so hard about that. Like, if this doll was coming up to me, I don't know, man. I just think it's not very plausible. It's a cool thing though. It's a cool concept. I think they're just taking. I think they took the Twilight Zone Tina episode and they just ran with that and made it, went all out.
And the 5 different endings.
Yeah, that was too much, man. Like, I just wanted to stop watching it by the 3rd ending, and then I had to watch 2 more.
Yeah, so. The whole time, the chick with the big boobs.
Meg Tilly.
Exactly. Meg Tilly. Jennifer Tilly.
Jennifer Tilly, sorry.
Meg Tilly!
Meg Tilly. Oh, my God.
She's a little older now.
She's mailing Chucky to these people the whole time.
Yeah, so stupid.
Oh, I liked that.
What, dude? That was fucking brilliant. Are you kidding me?
Dude, she has nothing better to do, man. Isn't she a doll anyway? How's she even really there?
Okay, yeah, that didn't make a whole lot of sense. But
her spirit, didn't her spirit really, her spirit went into Jennifer Tilly? And
I don't know.
The last one.
She started out as Jennifer Tilly. I mean, that was who she was in Bride.
Yeah,
so then
when
she turned into the...
Supposedly.
Oh, you mean? Oh, that's right. Oh my God, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, Tiffany infected. Yeah. Tiffany invaded the real Jennifer Tilly.
Right.
That's right. I totally forgot.
And she was with that rapper or something.
Exactly, and that's where the story takes place too, because that's why it had a lot of people confused as to where this story takes place in the timeline, and they were like, "Well, wait, is it before that she got possessed by Tiffany or what?" But yeah, it's after, and this is a sequel and shit. But I want to say this too, and I've said this before on another podcast about this movie, but to me, the best part of this movie was how smart they were in the marketing and stuff like that. Because, or not even the marketing, but just the movie being what it is. People were confused. Is this a reboot? Because he looked different, like the Chucky doll.
Yeah, he looked horrible.
Yeah, so what was it? Like, okay, so he's a different doll? Like, so it's going to be the same voice, though? So what is this? So they took that question of what is this movie exactly, and they used it in the script. And you all obviously seen what happens in it, but that's what's brilliant about it, though. Like, they use that to their advantage, and they totally fucking factored that into the script. When can I give spoilers or no?
Yeah, I mean...
Spoiler alert here, but when she starts picking off that makeup off the Chucky doll...
Oh, yeah!
And he's got the stitches, and then you realize that it is in continuity with all the other sequels, and it's the same old Chucky, and that makes perfect sense that that crazy bitch would fucking make him up into a new good guy doll or whatever. But, dude, it's perfect. And then here we go again. It's fucking just like old times. And Chucky, yeah, he's a little bastard, and he's throwing all his quips and fucking all those little one-liners and shit, but they don't overdo it either.
Yeah, I didn't even notice those one-liners. And here's the thing about, I remember I have plenty. We should do a full review of this soon, but just overall little thoughts. I remember one, I didn't get into this movie at all because I didn't like the cast, and I didn't really care why he's killing a girl in a wheel. Like, I just didn't get what I'm supposed to be invested in. It just didn't grab me at all.
I don't get it.
I just don't get it, man. And, like, it just didn't do it for me. And people are praising the shit out of this movie. I'm like, what? Am I missing something? And
yes,
I guess. And the other thing is, I could barely see what the hell was going on. Every scene, how come the house had no lights on the whole time? Like, what is this?
I had the same problem even on because I have the Blu-ray.
And you still couldn't see it? I knew. And Dave Z.
I'm like,
yeah, Dave Z said it was just me and my.
Sitting there squinting, like, what is going on here?
It's too dark.
I do recall it being dark, but not that dark.
Dude,
I don't know.
It's dark, man.
Is it?
Yeah, I couldn't even see
it. It is. I had the same problem.
Oh my god! I was like, are they gonna light the goddamn room in this? Like, what am I watching? It was just annoying with that. I don't know, man. I think but what fell apart for me was the characters. I just didn't care. I was done at this point. And if you weren't,
I liked the girl in the wheelchair.
You liked her?
She was fantastic.
Yeah.
Not. I didn't really like. Okay, not her character, but her performance. You know.
Right. I think she looks so much like Dad too. If you look in her eyes. She, like, right around the eyes, it is unmistakable. And I thought she did an amazing job. I had no idea that he had a daughter, and I definitely didn't know that she could act. But I think she definitely got the chops.
What are you talking about?
That is Brad Dourif's
daughter. That's Brad Dourif's daughter, dude.
It is?
Yeah, they mean shit, dude. That's what makes this movie so awesome, man. There's so many cool things like that. And can I say something too? Is this like her first movie or one of her first? Because I swear I've seen that chick before.
She has a couple of other credits, I think, but
she's got one of those faces though. Do you know what I mean, Jamie?
Yeah, like, Brad Dourif's face.
There's a touch of greed around the mouth if you look close.
I actually would have preferred more. I even thought this in the original Child's Play, just maybe because I like him as an actor, more of human Chucky, like a little more with Charlie.
Yes. Why don't they do a prequel while he's still like halfway young, and like while they could still throw like 2 pounds of makeup on his face? Why don't they just like make a prequel? And I want to see what's going on with Charles Lee Ray. Like, what was Chucky before he was a goddamn doll?
Yeah, but we found out, though. We found out in this movie, dude, with him being the creepy neighbor and all that shit. But granted, they should have done more. But think about this. This was giving the fans everything on every single level. It was kind of a reboot, or they tricked you into kind of thinking that, well, what is this movie? So they did that. They brought Brad Dourif back, and they brought him back as an actor and showed him in flashback scenes leading up, mind you, to that scene in the first Child's Play where they had it down to the costume and everything. I loved it. I loved every aspect of it.
How can you say that, Dan? You hate these movies.
What?
You literally destroy these movies on the Jump the Shark episode.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but why do you... Okay, my question is, why do you appreciate this?
Because Brad Dourif's a genius. I think he's a fucking tremendously good actor. I'm definitely a fan of his, too. I became more of a fan after seeing his performance in Halloween 2 and how he's fucking crying over Annie. Wow, this guy's really got it. But, dude, you gotta understand something, too. Just because I don't like those and this is it's new thing or whatever, I don't totally write it off. I give everything the benefit of the doubt. Shit, I gave Return to Sleepaway Camp the fucking benefit of the doubt. And look how that turned out. And listen, that's got Jonathan Tiersten in it. And isn't that funny, too?
I like that movie.
Yeah, Jason Lloyd likes that movie, too.
I mean, again, it's not great, but... it's okay. It's not as bad as, you know, I used to look at the Sleepaway Camp website, and the message board, you know, like, was freaking out over this movie. And, you know, I mean, it was, you know, I like 2 and 3 the best. I like the sequels over the first Sleepaway.
Yeah, there's something about those movies, man. Dan loves them, too.
Oh, I love them now, dude.
And Jamie loves too, I think.
Though, it's different. It's just different.
I do.
Like,
I
this
love them all.
movie, you got to appreciate shit like that, though, Alex. Like, when they do callbacks and they have enough respect in the script to make those callbacks and to keep the continuity the same, dude, I love that shit. And that's what made this movie what it was. It was all those little gems put together, and that was the movie, you know? And I like it.
Quick question for you.
Yes, okay.
Okay, I respect your opinion. You said all that.
You do?
But
What you
then
got, son?
how come you're such a fan in H2O when they ignore 3 other movies?
Oh, shit!
How can you even say, oh, shit? Because they're different movies, dude. And
I know, I'm just kidding, dude. I'm trying to make something out of this.
I know, but it's a different part of a story that, do you see what I'm saying? Like, they're just different aspects to the story. Like, let's put it this way. That works with the Chucky situation. It works for that movie. Like, I think that's fucking great. And I love how they play into those things, and that's what makes it the movie that I eventually came to appreciate and really like because of those aspects. Now, the other situation, I can totally forgive a bunch of shit, and if they don't follow all that, you know, all the fucking storylines or whatever, that's perfectly fine, but that's not what I'm in it for. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the deciding factor for me. The deciding factor for me in Halloween H2O is a million other things other than the fact that, you know, they didn't continue the storyline. I could take or leave that. You see what I'm saying? So
especially that storyline.
And but when I think in terms of liking shit or whatever, it's never in a negative sense. Like, I didn't like it because of this fact, and that's really why I didn't like it. That's the only reason. Usually, yeah, like, I can get past those things, but sometimes they just beat you over the head with it that you have no chance. But it's usually a bunch of things. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's usually accompanied with a bunch of other things that I don't like about the movie, and that's what leads to, you know, my deciding. Well,
dude, it's the same thing with Jamie. She dislikes Evil Dead 2 because they went with the comedy route, but yet she loves Texas Chainsaw 2. Like, for some reason, we sound like hypocrites for things that we say because they make.
Maybe I am just a hypocrite.
No,
right.
well, the difference between the difference between that is Texas Chainsaw 2 did not rehash the first one with it from a completely different angle and switch shit up and change it all around. That's what Evil Dead 2 did, and that's why it pissed me off.
I hate Evil Dead 2. It was.
You don't like part 2 of what?
I said Evil Dead 2. I can't. I hate that movie.
Really?
Yay! One person in the world is on my side.
Yeah, you got one person.
It was like one of the only movies I really just wanted to shut off and be like, yeah. Again, let's see, with me, again, the Evil Dead franchise was never something I was big on.
Yeah, me neither, really.
Yeah, exactly, me either.
You know, I do like the first one. I like the remake. 2 and Army of Darkness, I could do without.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, we didn't like Army of Darkness that much. I think we gave it
I like Army of Darkness.
Yeah, you like it.
What do you guys think about the new news coming out about Fede Alvarez saying basically that they're not going to be making a second Evil Dead like they were supposed to? And dude, not only that. Sam Raimi didn't come out and say it, but there's been, like, Bruce Campbell was asked about it, and there's been a lot of speculation that Raimi has written Army of Darkness 2, and they will make Army of Darkness 2.
Yeah, but who cares? Like, I think most...
Not me!
I know. Like, more people want to see I bet you more people want to see a part 2 of the remake, and they'd rather see, like,
yeah.
You know how at the end of Army of Darkness he was in the supermarket or whatever, S-Smart?
Of course.
And then he shot the witch because he said the friggin' thing wrong even to get back to his world or whatever. Like, I'd rather see like something like modern day normal stuff with these things in it. Like, no matter where, I know it's not going to take place in medieval times. It's not going to take place in the cabin. Even wherever it takes place. I don't care if it took place in the store. Like, I'd rather see that than something like Army of Darkness, too. Like, that just sounds like that movie again. And I don't want to see that again.
I hate Army of Darkness.
The thing is that, like, you know, people like us are going to know, but the majority they're not going to know exactly.
Exactly, bro.
Stupid.
They're going to be
point,
like,
dude.
You know, they would have been better with Evil Dead 2. You know, they could have did a different story and, you know, did something else. But Army of Darkness.
How could they not make Evil Dead 2? Like, that was such a success in every way. Wow.
Well, dude, and remember when we did those movies, and we were talking about them, and I really do like Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. I fucking love the remake, too.
It's
for
great.
a bunch of different dude, it's a great fucking movie. I just watched that again recently. Holy fuck, dude. That, a horror movie in itself, forget remake, reboot, rehash. Yo, that fucking is a re-motherfucking movie. Like, I tried to be funny with that. I'm sorry. Please.
I re-love it every time I watch it.
I love fucking you guys, but yeah, it's that in itself was its own thing, and I loved it for it. It wasn't trying to be Evil Dead too much, and all the little fucking things that they did throw back to the original. They didn't beat you over the head with it, and you know, it was a nice little revisit, but it was its own movie, and that's what I think is important or overrides anything in every movie, whether it comes to an original script or whether it comes to a reboot, rehash, blah, 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 or anything, is it has to be a good story. So I'm glad you brought that up, though, about H2O and stuff, man, because, like, yeah, like, why isn't he burnt and shit like that and blah, blah, blah. But I guess the question that you really got to ask yourself is, does that really matter to me so much that it changes my mind about it? Like, am I holding on to those things so dearly that, oh, come on, that doesn't make sense, and that makes me mad about it? Like, and that's the thing, like, it's a good question, because I felt that way in certain movies, as opposed to other movies where I will give it a pass. So you're absolutely right, and I'm glad you brought that up and used that as an example,
you're right.
because it's perfect.
That's why I rewatched it. You know, I sat myself down. You know, certain movies I find that I don't like, and then I'll sit down and rewatch it and really be focused in on it, and that's what I tried to do. But it just.
Well, that's what I did with me and Jamie had a better experience watching Evil Dead remake the second time, because the first time, Jamie, I don't know if you were, but I felt like, I think you said, but I felt like I knew what was going to happen before it happened. I felt like I was comparing and all that shit. And then once you know what you're getting into when you sit down again and in the theater, it is just, what a movie. Wow. It was just great. Right, Jamie? It's the same experience, right?
Yeah, totally.
Well,
the first time I just kind of sat there stone-faced, you know?
Yeah.
With Lords of Salem, the first time I watched it, I hated it. I just was like, what the hell is this? Maybe because I, streamed it online, but then for some reason I pre-ordered the Blu-ray. I don't know why. But, and I'm like, you know what? I said I'm gonna, sit down properly, on my nice
take some
TV
mushrooms
and whatever. Yeah, and give it a watch. And surprisingly, I really liked it.
Well, now, honestly, were you on drugs or no?
No, I don't do. I haven't done drugs in 10 years.
10 years? What do you drink?
No, nothing. Straight
You
up.
do nothing?
I haven't done drugs in 10 minutes.
You
No,
go
I'm just
through
kidding.
you go through life totally sober each day?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Why like why do you do that though? Like, what was it such a problem that you had to stop, or?
It was just a conscious health decision. I smoked very heavily and wasn't much of a drinker, but I dabbled in
a couple of pills here and there.
Yeah, pills, all kinds of stuff, and cigarettes and all that nasty stuff.
And what happened?
I just decided, that was, my teenage years. So I partied and I got older, and it just wasn't for me no more. And I decided.
Well, how old are you at this point?
Me, 29.
29 in 10 years, so 19? Jesus, was the last time you were anything but sober? Wow.
Yeah. And actually, completely off topic, but the CM Punk, the wrestler, actually was.
Here we go.
Inspiration.
Here we go.
I know it's fake and all that, but him himself is, also straight edge and all that.
Yeah? Oh, dude, you do realize he's on cocaine, though, right?
No.
All wrestlers were.
Well, back in the 80s they were.
Yeah.
They're all dead now, but
they're all dead.
I got a question for Jerry. Did you ever see No Evil?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What did you think of that?
It was good. I enjoyed it.
No, it wasn't.
Are you looking forward to a sequel by the Soska sisters? Yeah, you shut your.
We support the Soska sisters all the way.
Oh, they're the same people that did American Mary?
Yeah.
Yes. No,
okay,
dude,
yeah.
no. More importantly, those are the fucking bitches that didn't show up for Eric Morrison's birthday party.
Oh my god, they had something better to do than show up to a loser's birthday party? Get out of town. You gotta be kidding me. Dude, I'm surprised his cat showed up to the party.
Yeah, right, dude. He had it in a cage. It didn't want to show up. It was forced.
So, I mean, if they're the ones doing it, because I enjoyed that movie, I'm not looking forward to it, but I'll give it a look.
All right, Jerry.
All right. He's like, I'm not looking forward to it.
He's like, nope.
I'm not, sitting here waiting.
You're not? Dude, I haven't left the house yet when I heard about it. You're not waiting for it like Danielle Harris, dude, and Catherine Isabel?
Oh.
I'm sorry, Katie Isabel?
And Kane? Katie.
Kane and whatever. The only, Daniel Harris, yeah. Right now, I would, murder my whole family for a night.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe, could we edit that out? Maybe? Yeah.
Nope.
Please.
Nope.
Hey, what do you think about the interview, dude? Did you like it?
Yeah, I loved it. She is amazing.
The bane of my existence. Oh, sorry, what?
What do you think of the Katie Isabel interview? That was cool.
Yeah, they were, I enjoyed them both. Danielle Harris, she's, well, what could I say? She's, well.
Is she, now listen, Jamie clearly doesn't like her. And do you consider Danielle Harris your modern day Scream Queen?
I don't know about Scream Queen. Like I said, I would cut off my right arm to bang her, but...
How you going to jerk off when you're done?
Jerry's like, who cares about Scream
Maybe
Queen?
he's left-handed.
Are you left-handed, Jerry?
No, right-handed.
Oh, shit.
Damn it.
You can't do that then.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, she's building, she's building herself a good reputation. She came from... as an actor, even if 4 and 5 Halloween weren't great movies, and 4 anyway.
Well, 4 was great, sort of.
Yeah, and the movie she directed, I have.
Oh, is it good?
I haven't checked it out yet.
Oh, you haven't even opened it. Okay.
No.
Among friends.
Well, clearly this guy's not waiting for anything. He's not waiting for this movie or excited, and he's not opening the one he has already of her. So.
I got a question. Dude, I got a question for you, Jerry. What are you looking forward to?
Maniac Cop 2 and 3 coming out on Blu-ray.
Yeah, but that already happened. We're talking about a new movie, though. Like, what do you...
Oh, new movies.
That was 30 years ago.
Yeah, well...
yeah, well...
Yeah, I mean, now that you've mentioned it, yeah, I'm kind of interested in seeing No Evil Part 2.
Oh, total 180.
he clearly died at the end, so, I'm kind of curious.
No, he did.
Oh, dude, I didn't see it yet. Shit.
Think about it. Think about how many times Jason's died in ways like that, and then for him to die like that, clearly he'll just be back with no eye.
What, does he get suplexed or something?
He gets a fucking pole fucking through his eye. Dude, it's such a good movie. It's such a good movie. I love that.
Dan's on drugs right now.
Was that ever a question?
Not really, no.
If the new Friday the 13th, I heard some news about that.
Dude, we're not going to see that for a few years, though.
Oh, nobody knows this yet. I was waiting to drop it on the next show, dude. Ready?
Beetlejuice?
Okay.
Beetlejuice? No.
Beetlejuice 2. They just confirmed Beetlejuice 2. Yeah.
I know, I heard that.
The one chick's too busy stealing from a department store right now. What's her name? Naomi Campbell or something?
Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder.
Naomi Campbell. This motherfucker.
Come on, you know I'm
right
bad
here.
with names. All right, check this out. So you guys know I met Corey Feldman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember I posted that in 40 different places? The picture of me and him?
Was that at Chiller?
Yeah, Chiller Theater. So.
Oh, you made it to Chiller.
Yeah, I made it, yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's actually half a mile from my house. So it's actually, you leave my house, you make a left, and there's the hotel. So I got lucky with that. And it's funny, I met people who drove like 8 hours to get there. And I was like, yeah, man, I was pissed when that light turned red.
It took us 6 hours from New York to drive to fucking Monster Mania.
Oh, yeah? I was supposed to hang out with Jerry, but I left the house and I got on, because unfortunately where Cherry Hill is from my house is south, and oh my God, if anybody knows, going south in the summer in New Jersey is impossible. I drove as soon as I got on the highway, which is 72 miles from the convention. It was already a parking lot standstill traffic. So I just went on the next exit and went home. So,
yeah, that traffic was...
Yeah, it was bad. So I met Corey Feldman, and I said 3 things to him. One of them, I just wanted to say something that I thought he'd never hear. So I started saying, the first thing I said was, hey man, I loved you in Lost Boys 2. And then he just looked at me with this weird look on his face, like a smile, laugh, like, did he really just say that? And before he got to respond, I go, so anyway, part 3, you guys hinted that, the next one would be about werewolves. So when's that coming out? And he was like, it's not coming out, man. So Lost Boys 4 is not happening. He goes, no, man, if I had my own studio, which I will pretty soon, supposedly he's going to have a Corey Feldman studio of some kind. And
sign me up.
Yeah, right. And so he said that's not happening. The powers that be do not want Lost Boys 4. So I think we're done with the trilogy. And then I said, what about you coming back as Tommy Jarvis in Friday the 13th?
Ugh. Can you imagine that?
We want to hear the response? Check
Yes,
this
sir.
out. He said, I'm actually meeting Sean Cunningham next week about this.
Wow.
Well, it was clear in Crystal Lake Memories that was, he had intended to do that the whole time. Like, he wanted
Yeah,
to,
like, I've heard that for years, though. Like, that he's been, like, he would love to do it. So, listen, I'm just as a fucking fanboy as the next guy as you are, Alex, especially with him coming back to play the character and stuff. But unfortunately, we're just going to have to wait and see, because let's face it, Platinum Dunces, as Jamie so eloquently refers to him as, are in charge of this to a certain extent, along with Paramount. We talked about this before. But if they have, a joint venture going in or whatever, there's a lot of people that have a say in it besides Corey Feldman. So even with Corey Feldman meeting, I mean, just the other day, what's her name? Oh, God. This Jamie Alexander, the chick that was in the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. We were supposed to interview her, actually. She was in The Last Stand.
Right.
She was just, she met with Kevin Feige the other day and Marvel Studio, DC and everybody's speculating, well, she's meeting for the next Wonder Woman, and they're saying Wonder Woman might have a part in the next fucking Superman, Batman movie and shit like that or whatever. But dude, just because somebody goes in for it and it's like a perfect choice and shit like that, unfortunately for us, like as much as we like to speculate and that'd be fucking awesome, dude, and Corey Feldman back as Jarvis, dude. I fucking, like I said, sign me up, dude. Corey Feldman Studios, fucking, I'll be your gaffer. I'll be your best boy, whatever you need. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just, until it happens, until I hear something fucking concrete, dude, I look at that, unfortunately, like, that means nothing. Because Corey Feldman is the shit, but...
Was he sober in that conversation?
Was he what?
Sober.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh, he hates that you made that joke. Because he only did...
He's listening, too.
He told me he's a huge fan. No, but he said that he has only been... He was only on drugs for 2 years. Mm-hmm. And this was back in, like, 89, 90, or 92, 93, something like that. One of those. So...
Was that all that shit went down?
Yeah, that's when he was on drugs, and his drug was cocaine. So he said it's so funny how... He has this stigma, even to this day, of being this drug actor type of thing, when clearly all the people who were on drugs, like, the chick who just died, Michelle, the blonde. Brittany Murphy, yeah, her. And River Phoenix, and, all these other guys, like, they all die, and it's funny, he's healthy, still here, he's a vegetarian and all this stuff, and yet people still just give him that, and Corey Haim, and people still give him that thing, that rap.
Yeah, but you gotta watch that reality show that they had. I watched that show a lot, dude.
Do you know he was molested, dude?
That's what I was talking about when I said when all that shit went down.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that the drugs went hand in hand with the drug use. I mean, the drug use went hand in hand with the molesting or whatever. I don't know that. Maybe it was a result of it. We don't, it makes sense either way. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, good for him.
I love how he was molested by everybody but Michael Jackson.
Exactly. Bubbles.
That's the hardest part to believe of all this.
Bubbles molested me.
Is it easier to believe he was molested or that he wasn't molested by Michael Jackson?
I don't know. That's a damn good question. Damn good question, sir. Wow. You just fucking might have stumped me right there.
Yeah. That's weird. Well, I guess we gotta wrap it up. People usually complain when the shows run too long. Just kidding, no, but dude, thanks for calling in, man. It was really great talking to you. We covered a lot of stuff, and hope you had a good time.
I had a great time, guys. Thank you for having me on.
It was fun talking to you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. Hope we didn't offend you with any of the Halloween 5 talk or anything like that.
That debate will go on forever.
It will.
And Jerry, I still love you, brother. Even though you did talk smack about H2O, hey, you're still my homie.
Yeah, man,
Here,
so
let's do phone daps, dog. Ready? All right.
Yeah, I gotta be back at work at 7 a.m.
Yeah, right.
Whoopee.
I know, right, dude? Yeah. Oh, yeah, same here, guys. Bro. All right, guys.
Been a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, you too, man. Have a good one.
All right.
Peace.
See ya.
Peace.
All right, guys. Well, that about wraps it up. Just want to, let everybody know, be on the lookout. Some great shows out there. Of course, as always, Banana Lasers killing it. They killed it in October. They got a lot of good stuff coming up. You got Duncan's Show podcast, Under the Stairs. Dan, myself, and Jamie all made an appearance on that show in October. So be sure to check those out and everything else he has going on, because that guy is such a great guy, man. I mean, how did you guys feel being on that show? That was like...
Graham, too. I'm on that show. So I think I've been on that show more than Graham has. So I fucking love those guys.
Hello, my name is Duncan. Welcome to the podcast Under the Stairs. He's fucking awesome, dude. Duncan's my fucking dude.
He's in the IRA, you know.
What the fuck is the IRA? Is that like the IRS? Is he gonna take my money?
No, IRA from Sons of Anarchy, dude. You got Ryan Lewis. He's killing it, man. In the Hellraiser, he's doing a Hellraiser retrospective. If you know, I know that those movies are not very popular, and a lot of people do not like the Hellraiser franchise. But we all have to admit that the first couple were okay, like 1, 2, and 4. They were good.
Graveshift Radio is that show, and it's a good one. And Bo's on there too, a lot.
Yeah, Graveshift Radio.
My name is Bo.
My name is Bo, brother of Joe. I got me some crack. I want me some hoe. Let me hear you say yeah.
Yeah.
Let me hear you say yeah.
Yeah.
Let me hear you say yeah.
Yeah.
Cliff O'Malley, ladies and gentlemen. Cliff O'Malley.
We out, bitch.